So guess what? There's multiple ways to think about multiplication. Haha, multiple ways to think about multiplication. That'll crack you up all day. So now we've got multiplication as equal groups and multiplication as comparison. Let's go ahead and look at what these different concepts look like. So with multiplication of equal groups, and that should bring back some really good memories from the problem solving module. Equal groups was actually the name of the multiplication schema that we were talking about. Here we're going to show groups, then we're going to show the amount or number within each group, and then we'll count the product. So I'm going to focus on this problem, 3 times 2 equals 6. So I'm going to move over here and get out my manipulatives. So the problem was 3 times 2. 3 tells me the number of groups. So I'm going to use these red plates, and I have 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Now the multiplication sign said times, and I really like to interpret that as groups of. So I have 3 groups of 2. So that means I'm going to have 2 cubes in each group. So there's 1, 2 cubes in that group, 1, 2 cubes in this group, 1, 2 cubes in that group. So to figure out the product, I could count all of these. I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or when students are ready, they could count by twos. 2, 4, 6. So 3 times 2 equals 6. Now we can look at this problem representationally. Remember I talked about that multiplication sign as meaning groups of. So I've got 3 groups, there's my 3 groups, of 2, so 2 within each group. So there's 2 trains, 2 trains, and 2 trains. And what is our product? It's going to count, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 times 2 equals 6. Now I'm going to stay on the equal group schema here, but I want to talk about another way that we can show this. So, and I'll just do this representationally here. We really want to set up students for success in mathematics across the grade levels. And one thing that students are encouraged to do in the middle school grades and into algebra is understand multiplication set up within an array. So here we can also use an array to show an equal groups model. So here I'm going to show 3 groups of 2. So there's one group of 2, another group of 2, and another group of 2. And so here I have 3 groups multiplied by 2, and that creates this array, this rectangular area here. And how many cubes are in this array? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 times 2 equals 6. This is still the equal groups concept. It's just visualized in a slightly different way. It's still 3 groups with 2 in each group. Now let's think about equal groups. We just thought about equal groups, so now let's think about comparison here. So we also can think about multiplication as a comparison, or how many times a set might move on a number line. I'm going to come over to my manipulative and show this one with a number line. I'll move my plates here. I don't need my equal groups any longer, but I do need this number line here. All right, so I'm still doing the same problem, 3 times 2. So here I've got my number line. This is a really nice number line because it does have an arrow pointing to numbers that are less than 0. It does include 0. And this number line actually goes all the way up to the number 30. So it gives students a good core understanding of whole number concepts along the number line. All right, so we're going to do the problem 3 times 2. That means I'm going to start at 0, and I'm going to make 3 jumps each time in increments of 2. So I'll start with 0, and I'll jump 2. That's 1, jump another 2, 2, and 3. So when I jumped 2 3 times, my answer is 6. So 2 times 3 equals 6. Now what would this look like representationally? Let me go ahead and show you that right now. So here I've got my number line. It's actually pretty close to the one that we just looked at. And I start with 0, and then I'm going to jump in increments of 2 3 times. So we've got 1 jump, another one, and another one. So 3 times 2 equals 6.